We are here with Eric Nordhoff and James Frazier, also known as the Walker Stalkers. They host the Walker Stalker podcast on iTunes and are the masterminds behind Walker Stalker Con, an upcoming Atlanta-based convention for all those who love The Walking Dead or anything zombie-related.
Woohoo! How are you guys?
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
No
Thank
problem.
you for joining us. It's like we feel kind of famous. Not at all, actually.
This is a big deal to us.
It is. Because you guys are kind of famous.
Kind of. Emphasis on the kind of.
So how are you guys doing today?
We are great. We're enjoying this fall weather and looking forward to the con. We're working at both ends right now, just trying to get ready.
Understandable, because this is going to be huge.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're excited.
There are only 9 days left.
9 days.
So, yes, only 9. What are your mindsets right now?
Just keep your head down, keep working. Honestly, we're working on little sleep. We're both up at all hours working on this thing. There is so much more to it than we ever really imagined. I think there's a mix of excitement. There's a mix of nervousness. I think it's the whole uncertainty of how the weekend's going to go. We would love to say it's going to go perfect, and that's our hope. But, being that this is our first time, we're just trying to think of everything in advance.
Yes.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we just finished some webinars for our volunteers, and that's a big deal. We need to make sure that everything that's in our head gets in their head, and they feel empowered when they're there. So just a lot of stuff related to a convention that you would never even think about.
Very exciting.
That is exciting. That's awesome.
It's good to be prepared for the worst.
Prepare for the worst, expect the worst, prepare for the best. I don't even know.
That
That
sounds
was
good.
deep. That was really deep. I enjoyed it.
Yes, we are deep. We do get deep every once in a while.
I mean, you guys watch The Walking Dead. You have to get deep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Walking Dead fans are some of the deepest fans I know.
I mean, it's true, though. It's very true.
Yeah.
So you guys have been in the media a lot lately. I mean, both Rolling Stone and the Associated Press have published articles about you guys and your upcoming Walker Stalker convention. What is all of this publicity like?
Go ahead, James. It's one of those things, like, actually, the Rolling Stone thing was the one that made me, like, literally just kind of stop and go, oh, wow. I don't know if, excuse me.
It's okay.
It just made me lose my breath right here.
It kind of happens sometimes.
I'm sorry. I make people get emotional.
Stone. That's the thing. I mean, just to have our names in it, I mean, it's something that will probably never happen again. It's huge. We never set out to do this. It was always set out to just create a great weekend about zombies that fans with the same interest can get together and have a blast. And just the magnitude of this thing now is amazing, and we feel really honored that we get to kind of lead this for everybody. But we're really humbled by it, to be honest. It's something we never expected. Yeah, it's a great responsibility, and I think we just feel the weight of that. So that's the best way to describe it. This whole thing has been fan funded, and this is going to be run by fans. It's run by fans. It's for the fans. This is not a corporate convention, so that's just not our mentality.
That's awesome. Like, the whole idea is fantastic.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I'm so punny.
College students.
Yeah, you guys had two of the weirdest college students interviewing
That is
you.
us, yes.
Well, you guys said that this humbled you, but do you feel like a celebrity at all from all the attention?
No, really.
Come on.
No. We feel like, I don't know, I feel like what we're doing, people can relate, like the average fan can relate to us because they're just like us, and so we kind of maybe we kind take on their identity or they take on our identity or whatever. But so that it's always really fun and new and surprising to us when, like, at the premiere party, that people want to take pictures with us or whatever, because I think they identify with us and they, kind of are able to kind of feel a part. They're Walker Stalkers too,
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. In my book, you're kind of a celebrity. You're kind of a big deal.
Yes.
Are we gonna meet you at the convention?
Of course you are.
Definitely.
We're gonna be there.
Okay. Well, you make sure to grab us and come say hey, and we'll feel like a celebrity from you guys.
We might even dress up. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd want me to dress up. I'm not that intimidating. I'm only 5'3".
That's fine.
Yeah.
You'll be able to tell who we are because he's a foot taller than me.
Right, yes.
So.
Okay, that's no problem.
But, so to this, back to the convention, how did this intriguing idea of a zombie-based convention come about?
Well, we did this finale party down in Sonoy, Noonan, Georgia, with about 100 people. And we had, go back to start podcast. Well, we started the podcast, and that's a year ago story. But the convention itself, a year ago, or Easter Sunday, actually, we had a party with about 100 fans. We had Melissa McBride in attendance, who played Carol, Daniel Thomas May, who plays Alan. We just had a great time. And then I actually assisted Daniel Thomas May at a convention, and I'm sitting with him going, I think we could kind of do this, because we've done the party, and I said, I think we could really do this, but do it on a grander scale and do all about zombies. And Daniel Thomas May is just a huge zombie buff himself, so we just had a great conversation about it. And I came back and I told Eric, I said, I think we should do this. And Eric thought I was nuts. He continues actually to think I'm nuts.
It kind of is,
on a daily basis. But we just started putting feelers out with a lot of the actors from the show. We got some of the secondary actors, but our first real commitment was from Lauren Cohen, who plays Maggie. And once we added her, and then Greg Nicotero, who's the executive producer, it really snowballed from there. The response from the remaining actors was huge, where they all wanted to be a part of it. And so we're just really honored that they get us, that they get that we're trying to connect the fans to them, and they want to be a part of it as well.
That's awesome.
You've listed a few of the entertainers that are going to be there, and it's a very star-studded event. So, can you tell us, some of the people that's lined up to make appearances at this convention?
Yeah. Well, let's start with the most recent. Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes, was announced last week, and
cool.
That's been amazing. That he's coming, and he never does any cons other than Comic-Con or any of the Comic-Con. So this is something I know it's been in his heart to do for the fans in Atlanta. I really feel like that's why he's doing it. He wants to give back to them, and he just has a big heart for all of us fans, and I'm glad he's coming. And then Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl Dixon, probably one of the most popular convention figures today. So he'll be there on Saturday and Sunday. And then who else we got, James? We got Laurie Holden, who plays Andrea, Denai Guerra, who plays Michonne from The Walking Dead. We've got Emily Kinney is doing a concert on Saturday night to entertain us, because she's also a singer.
Right, yes.
Songwriter.
That's awesome.
And then we have Kate Hodder, who plays Jason in several of the Friday the 13th movies. Danielle Harris, who's been in many of the all the Hatchet films, several Halloween films. We have Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad.
Oh God, he's a big Breaking Bad fan, so you just blew his mind.
Yes.
He's the man.
We have a lot of people that played zombies, famous zombies, like Bicycle Girl from The Walking Dead, from season 1, episode 1. Then we have Fache. I'm blanking on his name right now. Fache West? Yeah, Fache Shea West and Moses Mosley, who were the pets for Michonne. We have several zombies, people that played zombies in some of the Dawn of the Dead. And,
Wow.
We have Judith O'Day from Night of the Living Dead. So it's a real zombie and horror convention. And, oh, by the way, we have 14 main cast members from The Walking Dead as well, who are going to be taking a photo. You'll have an opportunity, if you have a lot of money. To,
so that means we won't have the opportunity because we're poor.
I know. But it's an amazing con photo, and it's something that I don't think anyone's ever assembled that many in one photo.
Right.
We need to mention Melissa McBride, who plays Carol, is going to be there. I mean, we could go on. There's several more. But it's going to be really cool.
That is awesome.
Any surprises we can expect?
Surprises? Yeah, go ahead, James. Why don't you talk about the surprise? We can't talk about the surprises because then that won't be
That's
true.
Right.
Well,
there could be three.
Three.
Maybe three more surprises.
Okay.
Like surprise celebrity appearances. There could be three.
Ooh. Hey, as long as no one jumps out at me, I'm fine, because then you'll hear me scream.
None of those type surprises. Just know that they're there, but it's not like Halloween Horror Nights or anything like that. There will be zombies shuffling through the con floor, so watch out for them.
Of course, they're gonna go towards me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they will, but they won't. You know, they know their limits. They'll probably take one look at you and say, I'm not interested.
Probably. Because it's too easy.
She gets really scared
by
anything.
That's just how it is.
They judge people by their smell, so they have very sensitive smell and very sensitive to sound. So just don't be loud and smell like a zombie. You'll be fine.
Good advice.
Good advice for me, definitely. So, the main question that I have is, what started both of your fascinations with zombies?
Well, it really started with The Walking Dead for me, and probably for James as well. The Walking Dead really kind of got us going. Honestly, the first two episodes took me a long time to watch. Actually, after the first episode, it took me a long time to watch the second one because I was so disturbed by it. You know, a little girl being shot in the head.
Yeah.
You know, that was disturbing, and I think we've become desensitized to it at this point. But yeah, it was very, very intriguing. I didn't start watching it until season 2 was just about over, so I watched it on Netflix.
Wow.
And that kind of got us started in the whole zombie craze.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that's exactly what it was. It is The Walking Dead, and I think that's obviously what it is for most of America now. I mean, the popularity of The Walking Dead is huge, and it's all about zombies and World War Z, and there's more things to come with TV and film. It's definitely what got us into all this.
I mean, it makes sense because you guys are Walker Stalkers. I mean...
Yeah, we actually got that name because we went and visited the set of the show in November of last year, and we were really just hoping to see, maybe a little filming, maybe some of the actors from a distance, and then it kind of turned into a dream day. We met, I think, 7 of the actors from the show.
Wow.
Got to film one of the scenes from the finale episode of season 3. So it was just an awesome day, and some girl put us into her phone as Walker Stalkers. and so when we decided to do a podcast, we just said, well, there's our name.
Walker Stalkers. And it works.
Yeah, definitely.
And do other horror concepts such as vampires or werewolves, etc., captivate you both as much as the zombies do?
No, my wife bored me for years with vampires.
Oh, yeah.
For my life. So it definitely does not captivate me. Now, I love, the old, the Anne Rice stuff. Those types of vampires are great, but the new vampire werewolf thing, it just doesn't. I love a good Stephen King film.
Yeah.
Especially some of the older ones. But, there's just something intriguing about those that I love. Just the ones that psychologically disturb me are the ones that are I'm not usually really attracted to the
real evil type ones. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, it does.
just, don't really love those as much as I love the real suspense, psychological suspense. But the spiritual suspense ones, I tend to not jump into.
See, I agree with you. I like thrilling things. I don't like, something jumping out at you. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just a big scaredy cat sometimes. Like this last episode of The Walking Dead, the first opening scene.
Yeah, the
where
opening.
Karen is walking around in this dark, gloomy prison, and the flashlight is not working, and that just, I can't stand that. Just not knowing what's going to pop out
Exactly.
around the corner.
Your heart is beating really fast during those kinds of scenes.
Jump into James's chair and
You guys cuddle a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah. So why do you think The Walking Dead attracts such a massive audience?
I think it's the fear of the unknown. It's a way for us to watch something that it really expresses a lot of our true fears of loneliness. What if the world were to be on the brink of ending, and how would we respond? And then we all connect or identify with somebody on the show. Like for me, it's Rick. With his 14-year-old son. I have a 14-year-old son, so it's just dealing with that. That's who I end up connecting emotionally with, and for other people, it's other actors on the show. But I think The Walking Dead expresses a lot of fears for a lot of people, and it's a way for people to almost kind of process some of those things that maybe they wouldn't in other terms think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's pretty true.
It's a scary thought. Just even the thought of a zombie apocalypse happening, it's just.
I would die. I know already. I would be done.
Yeah.
And most of us would.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
I'm not
true.
prepared for the zombie apocalypse, so.
Me
Not many
either.
people are.
Oh.
Are either of you avid Walking Dead comic book readers?
James is the comic book reader. I'm catching up. I've almost finished the very first compendium, but he's finished. He's all caught up.
Wow.
Actually, I got to go out today. Today's the edition. No, they're doing one every other week right now. Oh, so got to head out today and pick up the new one.
That's
But yeah, definitely. I didn't start off reading them. Kind of picked it up last season and went through the 2 compendiums, and then have been buying since. But I do enjoy it. Like everything, I've got, I guess, my own criticisms of it, but I'm really hoping for this all-out war thing that's going on right now to just be really awesome.
Yeah. And then going off that question, what's one character from the comics that you would like to see on the show in the near future that we haven't seen yet?
Ooh, don't say the obvious one that we already know is coming. No, he's saying which comic book character. Oh, Abraham? Mm-hmm. Oh, no. I think it'd be cool to see Ezekiel with a tiger on the show. I don't know how they do that or pull that off, but I guess just for the tiger, I'd be excited to see it. Let's just say the tiger. Forget Ezekiel. I just want a tiger on the Walking Dead.
That'd be awesome.
Just throw a tiger in there.
That was a cat. Sorry.
That was a meow.
Meow. That's actually going to be the tiger on the show. She's going to meow.
Yeah.
If you guys could cast any actor or actress, meaning just anyone in the world, on The Walking Dead, who would you cast and why?
If you were to cast any of the Walking Dead female actors,
Or just any actor?
Okay. Any other actor out there. On The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry, I talk fast.
No, that just threw me for a loop. Who would you cast?
We stumped them.
Wow, you really did, and I like it. This is what we do to the actors when they come on the podcast. We stump them at the end with the music question. Who's your favorite actor? Who's my favorite actor or actress? I like Liam Neeson.
Ah, yeah.
I think he's a very good actor. He
Yeah.
can scare people. He's already been in the Star Wars, series. So maybe that's a little too much, but we think The Walking Dead is kind of like a Star Wars or Star Trek. It has that kind of fan. I have a certain set of unique skills.
Yeah.
It's its own universe.
Who would you say, James? Ooh, Liam Neeson would be cool. I do like that one. You know, if you went with a guy, I guess I'll go with a girl. Gosh, you know what? I really have liked the last string of Angelina Jolie movies. You got to have kind of an action star. I think she'd be great. Yeah, but I mean, you know, what's her name? Melissa McCarthy from Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Yes, she would be great. She'd bring in some comedic relief.
Yeah.
You haven't really seen the real, you know, kind of Earth female. Right. You could have seen it with Otis, I guess. But she'd be wonderful.
Why isn't
she
on the show?
Mouth.
Yeah, she would crap in the sink.
That would be her claim to fame on The Walking Dead.
Any opinions on Scott M. Gimble, the newest showrunner of The Walking Dead?
You know what? He has a brilliant writing mind, and I am trusting that he is, along with his other team of writers, really putting together a long-term view of the show, able to space it out and properly organize the show. So I'm trusting that he's got a grander scheme. He's a big fan of the comics. I love almost all of his previous episodes that he's written. So I have a lot of confidence in him, and I've been very pleased with the first 2 episodes of season 4. So for me, Eric, I'm fine. I actually agree with Eric. I think he's doing a great job. His episodes last season were the best episodes. And you know, even there was one the other day that we were surprised that was from like season 2. Oh, he wrote the episode where Sophia comes out of the bar.
Yeah.
So I mean, his episodes are memorable. Pretty much dead anyway. Yeah. So he does it. I think he'll do a great job.
That's awesome. So they have support for him.
Yeah. He's a very interesting writer. He, like they said, he writes memorable scenes, but also very impactful scenes.
He's impacting them. Sorry, those are really weird things. Anyway, now this is.
You're using big words there now.
I know. I'm sorry. It's that education we're paying for. They teach us something, maybe.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Hooty hoo.
Hooty hoo. They taught us.
When I say KSU, I keep thinking it's Kansas State.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to talk as a farmer, I can, but I don't think that would be good.
Put some wheat in your mouth, I guess.
Yeah, I am Dorothy for Halloween. Yeah. Anyway, so what is both of your guilty pleasures when it comes to Halloween films? What do you have to watch every October?
Jeez, I don't know if there's one in particular. Growing up, I loved the Friday the 13th films. Yeah. But actually, my favorite really was Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know why. Something about Freddy Krueger just freaked me out. But to me, the one movie, it's not necessarily a Halloween movie, but it's a horror film. The one that I have to watch when it's on, because I can usually skip over most of them, is The Grudge. There's something about that movie that just freaks me out, but I have to watch it again.
That's probably what it is. It's him in the background making the noise.
Somebody's gonna walk in right now.
I know, you're gonna hear a scream.
About that movie. Maybe this is really the reason why. So this was when I was just out of college, just a baby, and I went to see The Grudge with like 3-4 other guys, and one of them was his wife was about to have a baby within weeks. Well, she had of course had seen the preview, so we got home from the movie, and she had planted the end of the baby monitor where you can hear underneath the bed. set up the video recorder in the bedroom, and then went into the other room, allowed him to get in bed, and then she went into the other end of the baby monitor and started going, and he jumped up, freaked out, couldn't figure out where the sound was coming from. It was a great 30 seconds of film.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
My favorite film was The Shining.
Oh, The
Yeah.
Shining.
That movie freaked me out, and I can never walk down a long hotel hallway without thinking of The Shining. Those two freak out girls
Oh.
and
Yeah.
red rum being written
Oh.
on the wall, on
Oh
the mirror
my gosh.
walls. So yeah, those are the two.
Those are good
Great.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, this question is just because we're curious. Are either of you dressing up this year for Halloween?
Unfortunately, no. Well, at least I can't speak for Eric, but I won't, because I figure we'll be so into getting ready for Friday for
Yeah.
the convention that we literally won't have time to do it.
Yeah.
I'm always dressed up. The amount of makeup I have on every day is that you wouldn't believe what I look like in real life. So
Yeah.
every day is Halloween for me.
That's awesome. I'm down.
Yeah. And finally, you two have been extras on The Walking Dead. So do you guys have any tips?
No, actually, we haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
We have not. Actually, our desire to be a zombie.
Oh.
They
We are
lied
working hard
to
make it
us.
happen,
Yeah.
but we have not been fortunate enough yet.
Well, I guess being big zombie fans, do you guys have any tips for the listeners, or even ourselves, on being a zombie? Do y'all study that?
My favorite tip, I think, comes from, I think it was Galen Hurd, who said, when you're a zombie on The Walking Dead, it is best to walk with a purpose, meaning that think about what your bite or injury was that killed you, and then focus on that as your motivation for how your zombie will then move and function. So I always joke with Eric that I got bit on the ass, and I just would walk like, I had something up my butt.
Yeah.
Great, that's a great one, James. Thanks for sharing that.
They should do that on the show.
They should. Oh my gosh.
Great tip. It's great advice. My advice, I gave this advice on Rock 100 the other day, and the biggest tip I could give somebody is to just come in with some great teeth, because those zombies need to eat, and they need to have great teeth. Make sure you brush.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, sharpen your teeth.
No
File
gingivitis.
them down.
That's awesome.
Great advice, you guys.
I'm gonna take that advice.
Yeah.
And so, do you guys have any final words about the Walker Stalker Con that you want to leave our listeners with?
Yeah, we want you guys to know, anybody that comes, it is on top of it being a lot of fun, and the fact that you get to meet and possibly even mingle with some of the celebrities. But this is a zombie and horror and Walking Dead convention that is designed by fans, funded by fans, and it is for the fans. So just keep that in mind. We are gonna work our hearts out to take care of you and to make it a fun fan experience for you. We have a virtual line system that I think is going to be amazing. It will really help shorten the length of time that you have to wait to get an autograph from a celebrity, or just to be able to meet them should be much shorter. We'll have 4 sets of lines, for example, for Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln. So we've got the VIP lines for the actors. We've got the regular VIP lines. We've got the virtual queue system, which basically will text you when it's your time to go in line.
Sick.
And, I think that will really help decrease it, because that's the biggest thing that we see at conventions. So just know that, and we look forward to seeing everybody.
That's awesome. You guys really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We've never done this before, but we're trying.
Yeah,
Well,
it's going to be
it's showing,
amazing.
yeah.
We can just tell already.
We can. I'm excited.
Yes.
Hopefully, you guys are as excited as I am.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Definitely. But that's all we have. So yeah, thank you very much for
thank you
doing
so
this.
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
And for more information about the Walker Stalker Convention, go like it on Facebook at facebook.com/Walker Stalker Convention, or go to their website, walkerstalkercon.com. Tickets for the convention are still on sale, but are going very quickly, especially the Norman Reedus VIP pack,
What?
which is already
That's
sold
gone.
out. Yes.
Sold out. That is gone. The only thing remaining at the moment is either regular VIP or the Andrew Lincoln VIP, and that's almost gone too.
Wow, yeah. So they're going fast, so get your tickets now.
Run to your computer.
Yeah. And also make sure to listen and subscribe to Eric and James's podcast, The Walker Stalkers, on iTunes. Again, thank you guys, and we wish the best of luck to you both and your convention.
Yay, thank you.
I can't wait to see you there. Thank you, Storm. Thank you, Molly. We'll see you there.
Thank you. We'll see you there.
See you there.